Have you ever thought about the fine balance that exists in relationships between dependence and independence? It's a delicate dance, isn't it? Relationships are intricate and complex, a beautiful tapestry woven with threads of shared experiences, mutual respect and love. Yet, within this tapestry, there's a fine line between a healthy dynamic and an unhealthy one. Imagine a relationship as a pair of dancers. The dance is harmonious when both individuals move in sync, yet maintain their unique rhythm. This is the essence of interdependence, a healthy and balanced dynamic where individuals rely on each other while still maintaining their independence and autonomy. It involves mutual respect, support and cooperation, with each person contributing to the well-being and growth of the other. But what happens when one dancer starts leaning too heavily on the other, losing their rhythm, their identity? This is codependency, an unhealthy pattern where one person excessively relies on another for their sense of identity, self-worth, and emotional fulfillment. This imbalance can lead to a range of issues, including lack of boundaries, low self-esteem, and enabling behaviors. Now, it's crucial to understand that these concepts are not black and white. They exist on a spectrum, and relationships can sway between interdependence and codependency. It's about recognizing the signs, understanding the impact, and taking steps to maintain or restore a healthy balance. In the grand scheme of the relationship dance, the goal is to achieve interdependence. It's about being able to stand on your own 2 feet, yet choosing to dance together, supporting each other's individual rhythms while contributing to the shared melody of the relationship. So, as we delve deeper into the intricacies of relationships, let's keep this dance metaphor in mind. Let's explore the steps, the movements, the rhythms that make up the dance of interdependence and codependency. Let's understand how these dynamics play out and how we can strive to maintain a healthy balance in our relationships. Are you ready for this journey? Then let's dive deeper into these 2 concepts and explore the differences between them. Interdependence and codependency, 2 terms that sound similar, yet their implications in relationships are vastly different. Interdependence in a relationship is like a balanced dance. It's a healthy dynamic where individuals lean on each other for support, yet still maintain their personal identity and autonomy. Picture a relationship where mutual respect, support, and cooperation are the norms. Each person contributes to the well-being and growth of the other, while also pursuing their own interests and aspirations. It's a partnership of equals, where each person feels valued, heard, and free to be themselves. On the other hand, codependency is more like a seesaw that's stuck on one side. One person excessively relies on the other for their sense of identity, self-worth, and emotional fulfillment. This imbalance can lead to issues like a lack of boundaries, low self-esteem, and enabling behaviors. The codependent individual may neglect their own needs and desires to focus on pleasing the other person, or may enable destructive behaviors in their loved one out of fear of conflict or abandonment. It's a relationship dynamic that can be emotionally draining and damaging to both parties involved. So, what are the key differences between interdependence and codependency? Well, the main distinction lies in the balance of power and autonomy. In an interdependent relationship, there's a healthy balance of give and take. Both individuals have their own interests and pursuits outside of the relationship, yet they also support and nurture their shared goals and dreams. In a codependent relationship, however, one person tends to sacrifice their own needs, desires, and identity to cater to the other person. They may feel responsible for their partner's happiness and well-being, often to the detriment of their own. This can lead to a loss of self, feelings of resentment, and an unhealthy reliance on the other person for validation and self-worth. So while interdependence fosters growth and mutual support, codependency can lead to an unhealthy reliance and a loss of self. Remember, a relationship should be a partnership of equals, where both individuals feel valued, heard, and free to be themselves. Codependency, as we've discussed, can be quite a complex and challenging issue in relationships. Let's delve into its aspects and potential issues. At the heart of codependency often lies low self-esteem. Those caught in its grasp may seek validation and approval from others to feel worthy or lovable. This can lead to a constant search for acceptance that leaves them feeling perpetually unfulfilled. Then, there are enabling behaviors. Codependents may inadvertently aid destructive habits in their loved ones, such as addiction, by making excuses for them, covering up their actions, or shouldering their responsibilities. These actions can perpetuate harmful cycles and prevent the individual from facing the consequences of their actions. Boundaries, or rather, the lack thereof, is another major issue. In codependent relationships, boundaries can become blurred or even non-existent, leading to a loss of individual identity and a sense of being consumed by the other person's needs. People-pleasing is another common trait. Codependents may go to extraordinary lengths to please others, even at the expense of their own needs, preferences, and values. This can result in feelings of resentment and exhaustion. Despite being emotionally enmeshed with their partner, codependents may struggle to establish true intimacy due to underlying fears of abandonment or rejection. This can make the relationship feel superficial and unfulfilling. Control issues often come into play as well. Codependents may attempt to control or manipulate their loved one's behavior in an effort to maintain the relationship or avoid conflict. This can create a power dynamic that is unhealthy and unsustainable. Lastly, avoidance of conflict is another common issue. Codependents may steer clear of disagreements for fear of rejection or abandonment, leading to unresolved issues and resentment simmering beneath the surface. Codependency can have serious negative effects on an individual's well-being. It can impact mental, emotional, and even physical health. But remember, it's essential to seek support and work on developing healthier relationship patterns. Therapy and support groups can be invaluable resources in overcoming codependency and cultivating healthier, more balanced relationships. So, let's not lose hope. Change is possible, and a healthier, happier relationship dynamic awaits those who seek it. Now, let's turn our attention to the brighter side of the spectrum: interdependence. Interdependence, a beacon shining brightly amidst the complexities of human relationships, is a harmonious blend of self-reliance and mutual dependence. It's a dance between two individuals, both leading and following, intertwined yet distinct. In an interdependent relationship, the partners are two separate entities, like two trees standing tall, their roots entwined beneath the surface, drawing nourishment from the same soil, yet reaching for the sky in their individual ways. The beauty of interdependence lies in its mutual support. In this dynamic, individuals provide emotional, practical, and sometimes financial support to each other. They offer encouragement and empathy, extending their hands when their partner stumbles, yet never losing sight of their own footing. It's a balance of giving and receiving, a flow of support that ebbs and flows, but never dries up. Respect for individuality is the cornerstone of an interdependent relationship. Each person is allowed, even encouraged, to be their authentic self. They have their own hobbies, interests, and pursuits, and these differences are celebrated, not stifled. They are two halves of a whole, yet they are whole within themselves. The balance between dependence and independence is a delicate tightrope walk in interdependence. It's about leaning on each other without losing one's balance. It's about knowing that you have someone to catch you if you fall, yet striving not to fall. It's about sharing a life without losing one's own life in the process. Communication, trust, and boundaries are the pillars that uphold this dynamic balance. Open and honest communication is key, as is trust, the belief in each other's integrity and reliability. Boundaries too are crucial, defining where one individual ends and the other begins, preserving the individuality within the unity. Interdependence is a journey of growth, of learning to be one's own person while being a part of a couple. It nurtures personal development while fostering a deep connection between two individuals. Interdependence in a relationship fosters growth, mutual support, and a healthy balance between autonomy and reliance. And that, dear listeners, is the beauty of interdependence. For more informative content, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.